Nope. Oh, that's a bad crash. All right, welcome back. So we are out here with the Mojave. I'm on a shorter field today, just because the other field is full. If the test goes okay here, then I'll move to the longer field. But I want to check it here to see if the tires will stay together. So another thing is my original Sky RC GNS app is no longer in the App Store. So I was forced to download this new one. So we're going to see if this works the same way. Still the same Sky RC. So track, start, says testing. Let's see how bumpy this thing will be. Definitely not meant for sidewalk or asphalt. And I found out that the motor shaft is bent. So I'm going to end up having to replace the motor on this RC. Hopefully the pinion stays on. Went to check the pinion and everything, and the pinion was, grub screw was loose. And it started rounding out the motor shaft. And then after I set it and got it all going back together, I realized that the pinion shaft is bent. So I don't know if something got wedged in between the pinion gear and the spur gear and bent it, or what. But there is now a dog walking over here. This is going to be my run out into this dirt where these trees are. And as you see, he's walking right into the middle of it. And that's why I went to this field, because nobody's back here. But apparently there's one dog walker. So we're going to give it a second, let him get out of the way. And this field is very, very short. So we'll give it a run here and see how bad it vibrates. I just don't want to lose control and run into the guy with the dog over there. The dog part's on the other end of this. So I was trying to stay away from the dog park because it's noon. And that's usually when everybody starts to leave. So here we go. Hopefully this is enough runoff. Let's see how bad it vibrates. Why do I have no signal? What is going on? It says telemetry's off. I drove it there. The RC literally is not moving. My booster's on, right? My batteries are at 5 volts. What the heck is going on? Oh, pinion fell off. I can't believe that. You gotta be kidding me. What the hell? I knew that pinion wasn't gonna stay on. Yep. Wow. That is really ridiculous. Well, that's going to end this video. I'm going to load this thing up, go home, and figure out what to do. Man, that's stupid. What a waste of time. I checked all of this stuff. I just couldn't let the Loctite dry. Look, Loctite's still in there. It's still down, but something's wrong with that motor. Oh, it broke off the snout of the motor. Great. Well, there we go. All right, back at home, we're gonna pop this thing apart. I don't know if I'm gonna have to change out the motor. I know the motor shaft is bent on this one, and that's probably what kicked the pinion out. So I'm gonna pop this thing apart real quick. Just one of those things you can't really do on location, and I know better than to try to tighten down a pinion, put Loctite on it, and go out, but I'm running out of time. I gotta test this thing. I've got so many hours into it. And it looked pretty smooth on grass. I literally lined it up, drove it to line it up, go to make a pass, and doesn't go anywhere because the pinion literally sheared off. Tested it before I left just to make sure it spun. Actually went full trigger on the bench by accident. Hopefully this, I know this pinion is going to be somewhat locked in there. Yeah, see, it's still gummy. Flip this thing around. It's too far out. All right, let me figure this out. Yeah, I got to shave down this spacer because the shaft bent and broke. So I got to reposition the pinion or the spur so that it sits in the right spot. All right, so had to cut the front of the motor off, the motor shaft, reposition the spur, got everything back together. 12 satellites. It's testing. Hopefully that shaft doesn't break off anymore. As you see, nice and smooth. I'm gonna get it down here again. And give this thing a shot. Worst thing to do is to lose a pinion, because that is your brakes. So I'm going to do a light pull, and not too light, but light pull, and hoping the pinion stays on and that shaft doesn't break. That's why we tend to use 8mm shafts instead of the 5mm, because they'll snap off. especially with this kind of grip. So I'm gonna walk down here a little bit more. I'm trying to get lined up with that run out over there like I did last time. It's funny, I parked it there, walked all this way, and then had no throttle, and I was like, man, did I lose reception? All right, so we should be testing. It's kind of facing towards me, so I'm gonna stand a little this way, make sure nobody's around. There is a kid swinging a scooter right behind those trees, so if I lose control, I am gonna hit that kid. He's swinging something. He literally threw a ball my way. Oh, it's a bat or something he's swinging. Let me go ask him to move. You mind standing off to the side? I got an RC car coming this way. I don't want to run into you. There we go. Where's my car now? Somebody pick it up. I heard it. Man, this is getting ridiculous. I don't know where it went. I can hear it. Give me a second, let me find this car. Now I've got, the painters are here, park maintenance is here. Now I got a jogger over there. Every time I walk forward and back, there's just somebody in the way. Let me keep an eye on this car, because there was somebody sitting in that car right there, and he literally just moved. Hard to do speed runs on grass too. I mean, I'm in a far back field because the main field over there was a bunch of dog people. Now nobody's there, but I figured this would be safer. Well, let's give it a shot. Smooth as can be. I just had to go when she walked away. Stop, read, 65 miles an hour, and there's definitely a lot more in it. As long as I can get lined up and not have to worry about these people, but 65 on a short testing on a short field like this is pretty good. Trying to get my trim set up so it's not so bad. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull harder and a little longer. We'll see how that goes. Ready? I don't see anybody. Let's go. Okay, now I just need a longer field. Look at this thing. For all those people that said it wouldn't work and the things would fly off, looks like it's running pretty smooth to me. Stop, read, 66 miles an hour. So definitely gonna need more field, and we'll go from there. But nice and stable. We're gonna go ahead and turn the GPS off. Now I'll be able to go to a bigger field and run this thing out. And watch this. Hilarious. People said that it would be bouncing all over the place. Look how smooth that is on grass. Now this grass is a little deeper than the other field, and that's why I wanted to run it here. But it's definitely, I got a lot of grip, a lot of turning capability, and yeah, it's probably the smoothest it's been. Now definitely, just like Cleetus, in dirt like this dirt here, it's going to be a little rougher, as you can see. Look at the tracks it's leaving. And then definitely on the sidewalk, it's going to be rough. I don't want to ruin the cleats, but there you go. Like I said, it's coming true. I'm going to flip it. Oh well, we'll get it back. I'll make sure none of the cleats came off. Didn't see anything fly off, no holes in the body. Everything's looking good. So next we're gonna hit the big field, charge up the batteries, get it out. Let's go for that 100. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching. Had to turn the camera back on. You can see how much grass this thing is kicking up. All the cleats are here. Every one of the cleats are still on. Rims are still perfect. Nothing broke. Time to go for that 100 mile an hour.